We're considering the passages from the Sermon on the Mount that Jesus dealt with, teaching whole new principles for living according to God's Word. Good morning. This is Pastor Ernie Lewis of the Blue Point Church in Sisney, Illinois, with your thoughts for Thursday. Jesus had dealt with the seventh commandment of thou shalt not commit adultery. Then he turns to an often quoted tradition from Moses' day that was only given to the people as a matter of convenience, it would seem. It was certainly not God's law. Matthew 5:31, he said, furthermore, it has been said, whoever divorces his wife, let him give her a certificate of divorce. But I say to you that whoever divorces his wife for any reason except sexual immorality causes her to commit adultery. And whoever marries a woman who is divorced also commits adultery. It would seem that many had petitioned Moses in his day for the ability to divorce from their marriage vows. So Moses had permitted such a thing with a certificate that they would fill out and give to the woman. Since Jesus had just dealt with not committing adultery, it seems here that the problem of sin of adultery is still the subject on his mind. The reference, by the way, to this certificate of divorce comes in Deuteronomy chapter 24. And it reads, if it happens that she finds no favor in her husband's eyes because he has found some indecency in her. This is almost written like no-fault divorce, isn't it? If he finds any kind of fault whatsoever, he can write out a divorce. Jesus is certainly pointing out the problem with this Old Testament practice and the great problem it is causing to the institution of the family. Divorce is one of the greatest dangers to the family today, the greatest danger to its children and to the stability of our nation, I believe. Marriage was the first and the most important institution of man given to us by God himself. Therefore, he says, shall a man leave his father and mother and cleave unto his wife? The Deuteronomy clause says, if a woman finds no favor in her husband's eyes. You see, the marriage vow is a commitment for better or worse. And it actually lasts until death do us part. So Jesus points out here that the breaking of this is the seventh commandment. It goes along with divorce here. Whoever divorces his wife causes her to commit adultery in God's eyes. And whoever marries a woman who's divorced also commits adultery. It sounds as though this marriage vow for life is still considered valid in God's eyes. I mean, no matter what man has determined or how he chooses to dissolve his relationship, ultimately, what God was saying here was divorce is a transgression of God's law. No matter what concession the courts make or Moses should give in the certificate, no matter what man might allow, God does not allow divorce. Marriage is a bond that God joins together man and woman no matter what they may try to use to dissolve it.